Coming up is part 1 of the course from makethattrack.com. As a member of our website, you get access to all the links, presets, samples and loops, and also project files, including MIDI, for all the tutorials on the site. Enjoy this free tutorial and be sure to check us out at makethattrack.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to our Cubase Trance tutorial. In this video, we're just going to be setting up our project a little bit and setting up a basic drum rhythm. So the first thing I want to set up is our tempo. So I'm going to go ahead and hit F2 to bring up the transport panel. And over here on the right, I'm going to click on this tempo button to unlock the tempo. And then I'm just going to drag this up from 120 to 145. Okay, now I can hit F2 again to hide that panel. And the next thing we want to do is set up a custom folder within Cubase so that we can pull our samples more easily into the project. So I'm going to press Control or Command and P, and that's going to bring up our media pool window. And you should have an audio and a video folder here by default. And all you have to do is find your samples wherever they're located and just drag them into the audio folder, and then they'll pop up right here. Another thing you can do is right-click on the audio folder itself and choose Create Folder, and you can create some subfolders to get a little bit more organization into your samples. So I have all of our samples here loaded in that we're going to be using for this project. And so most of these are drum samples. So let's get to the drums now. I'm going to close this for now. And the first thing we're going to do is set up a Groove Agent, which is a native Cubase device, which allows us to drag and drop audio samples onto different pads that we can then use a MIDI keyboard to play with, or we can set up a drum beat using a MIDI clip. So in order to get a Groove Agent in here, we're going to right-click on this left panel here and choose Add Instrument Track. And it's going to ask us what instrument we want. We're going to choose under Drum. We're going to go to Groove Agent 1. And then just hit Add Track. And then it's going to create a Groove Agent here for us in a new MIDI track. And what we have here is just a bunch of empty pads that we can drag and drop audio onto. So I'm going to bring up our pool window again. And we're going to start dragging on some audio clips here. So let's get our kick, drag that onto this first pad here. And then we'll get a open hi-hat. And then our 909 snare. And a clap. And then a closed hi-hat. Okay, so now that these clips are loaded onto our pads, I can click on them to play the pad. Or we can use a MIDI clip in order to start creating a drum beat. So I'm going to close this, and I'm actually going to go ahead and delete that track that we just made because I already have a Groove Agent set up with the same samples within it. I'm just going to right-click this and choose Remove Track. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is in the Groove Agent that I already have, I'm going to right-click here on our timeline and choose the pencil tool. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here and draw in a clip for just one bar. And it's going to create a blank MIDI clip for us. And then I can go back to the arrow tool and double click on this in order to open that up. And it's going to open up our score editor. And if you remember, our kick was tied to C1. So if I want to get some notes on the board, just right click and go to the pencil tool again, start drawing in some kicks. Okay, so we'll have one kick for every beat. All right, then we're going to put in our open hi-hat. We'll have that on the upbeat. All right, and then our clap, we'll have every second beat. Okay, and then we'll create sort of a driving rhythm for our closed hi-hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 4 notes per beat. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the arrow tool and I'll select these. And then at the bottom, we have our velocity, which controls the volume of each note. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to alternate the volume so that every second hit is a little bit quieter. And that'll just give us a little bit more of a dynamic sounding rhythm. Okay, and then I'll just highlight these and press Control or Command and D to duplicate them. I'll do that for the rest of the clip here. Okay, and now that I have my basic drum rhythm written in there, I can close this to go back. And I can highlight that clip and then duplicate that. And we'll just grab 16 bars for now. And now that this is written in, I can go back into our Groove Agent and we can edit some of the volumes for our instruments here. So let's say the clap is a little bit too loud. I can click on the clap pad and then I can just adjust the volume right here with this volume knob. Make that clap a little bit quieter. Okay, and the close hat can come down as well. So click on that and change the volume. Okay, and let's finish this kit off with a crash. So I'll press Control P, go back into our media pool window, and I will grab our crash, and drag that into this audio track that I have here. If you want to, you can create an audio track by either right-clicking here and choosing Add Audio Track, or with the media pool window, you can drag a clip in to underneath all of the rest of your tracks right here, and it will create another track for you. Okay, so I'm just going to remove that. All right, and that's going to do it for our basic drum kit. In the next video, we're going to be setting up a few instruments for our track.
We hope you've enjoyed part 1 of this course. To continue, please go to the website and select a membership to suit your needs. Welcome to MakeThatTrack.com. At Make That Track, we provide everything you need to make your favourite style of music from start to finish. Our Getting Started series will show a complete beginner where to start and what they need to do to start making music out of the box. Once the basics are grasped, you can learn how to make the genre of your choice with everything that you need in the process. Want to know how to make that elusive sound from your favourite producer's tracks? Check out our How to Make That Sound tutorials. We take the guesswork out and show you exactly what you need to do to get that sound within a few simple steps. With tips on arrangement, mixing, mastering and effects, you'll have everything you need to prepare your tracks to send to a record label and to play in the clubs. Get everything you need to make the music you love today.